Hello. Hello, my name is Paddy Bergin, and I'm going to do some short videos going through this book that I wrote, which is called, as you can see hopefully, Mutual Mindfulness. Now, what's that about? I hear you cry. Well, it's really, as it says on the front cover, it's about the study of the principles of excellence in the fields of NLP and Aikido. NLP, in case you don't know, is neuro-linguistic programming. It's a field based on modeling excellence, so always looking for what's the difference that makes the difference. Aikido is a Japanese fighting system, a martial art. The reason for me writing this book about these two disciplines is that after many years training in both fields, I discovered that the core principles are pretty much the same. And then I realized that if you study any field in depth, the core principles are always going to be the same. So I thought I'd start this initial video by commenting on the beginning of this book, which really talks about the unconscious. Now, most of what we do and what we're aware of in terms of our brain is done unconsciously. There's so many things going on in the body, for instance, that we don't have to think about consciously. We just do it. So our unconscious mind is running all of that. Our habits are unconscious, for good or bad. A lot of them are. It's very good to have like a smooth operation. We don't have to think about it. We've grooved it in, as athletes say. But there's an awful lot that is running automatically that is not actually useful. Limiting habits, limiting behaviors, etc. In the beginning of this book, I talk about songwriters and how do they write their songs? Where do they get their ideas from? And the interesting thing is, when you ask any one of those, famous songwriters, where do you get the idea from? They all say pretty much the same thing, which is, it found me, it came through me, it was channeled through me. As Keith Richards said, I woke up in the morning and found I'd recorded the essence of satisfaction in my sleep, and I wasn't aware of it. So when I got up, I noticed the cassette player was wound to the end on record, and when I played it back, there they were. I got up in the night and had played a few chords, and that was the beginning of the song Satisfaction. Now, all of these people said the same thing, that they relied on their unconscious, basically. That's where it all came from, that's where their ideas came from. So it's an interesting thing because we can open ourselves up to the possibility of what we can do, both consciously and unconsciously, and it's a really interesting journey to investigate and find out more about the unconscious, work with the unconscious, and it's the essence of creativity as well. Okay, so that's my first video. I'll be back tomorrow with another idea from this wonderful book, Mutual Mindfulness. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in reading it, then just search for it on Amazon. Mutual Mindfulness by me, Paddy Bergin. I will get a link together and write it on this little video. Okay, see you shortly.